Hi, welcome to this week's Prod of the Week. What's a Prod of the Week? It's a gentle reminder. It's just a moment to consider. It's so easy to overlook the obvious, and sometimes we just need to have that gentle prod to change. So here's your prod for this week. Once again, I mostly these weekly prods come from either a personal story or something that's come out of either talking to one of my colleagues or one of the clients. Now, I won't give details around the client, but actually it's the point that I've been discussing and worthwhile sharing. This particular one is around culture statement. There's an awful lot spoken about culture, when it's right to put culture in. But I was talking to this particular client, and we've been working on a culture, and one of the things he said was that he wanted the feel for the business to feel very much like a family, real family feel to the business. The trouble with using sometimes these generalizations is we assume that everybody knows exactly what we mean. And it's really important to define what we mean by certain words. Because if you think about it, a family feel, it's very personal to our own circumstances. What we mean, or what I might mean by family, might not necessarily what you mean by a family. At the end of the day, if you take the gangsters, the Kray twins, they were a family. They had a very strong culture, but it's not necessarily what we might want in our business. Similarly, the Walton family, sugar and spice and very sickly. That might not be what we want. So we need to get everybody, or the team, to understand what we really mean by some of the points that we put in our culture. Words are very, very powerful, but often the meaning is personal. So that's really the prod of the week. Just make sure that everyone understands, and probably it's by setting very tight rules of the game. So that's the prod of the week. Consider what you mean by words. It's not necessarily what I might understand the meaning of the word, might not be what you understand by that meaning of that word. So see you soon. Bye bye.